Welcome to the Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun. Hello. So what were you just saying? I said, hold on, we got to record this.
I'm tired of being an adult. I don't want to do this no more, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. I don't like it.
What happened to you this week? So let's tell everyone that it's only
freaking Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yesterday was about 98 degrees, right? Today, thank goodness.
Is that a band? Boy band?
Yes. Don't ask me which songs they sing because I always get them mixed up with Backstreet Boys. So yeah, I was so excited. I was so close to home, and I was like, I can't wait to rip off my clothes and like put on some shorts and a tank top and like cool off in the air.
Yeah.
And so I'm fantasizing about it while I drive home, and this effing bee just drove right into the side of my car.
Tears.
Oh,
First, tell everyone you're fine.
Yeah, everybody
and she
was fine.
fine.
Yeah, we were fine, which thank God, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Nobody got seriously injured. Nobody died, so that's
What was
good.
she doing? And
Okay, so I'll lay it out for you. So she's in front of me. We're both turning right, and an ambulance started coming up behind us. I saw it, and it's like it's packed traffic. It's rush hour traffic on the way home. So the light turns green in front of us. There was a car in front of her too, maybe even two cars in front of her. Mm-hmm. So everybody kind of starts moving, but they're kind of like, should I go? Should I just get over for the ambulance? I was like, everybody freaking go so this ambulance can get through, you know? So she turns right. And when you turn right, it turns into two lanes. You got a right lane and a left lane, right? Mm-hmm. I always get into the left lane right away because I'm going to be turning left, like 2 lights up to go home.
Sure,
you know,
sure.
like that's how close I was to home. I was turning like onto my road, 2 lights up. So she gets into the right lane. I follow right behind her into the left lane. And all of a sudden she's just merging over into me. And I slammed on my brakes. I didn't even have time to hit my horn, you know, because she was going pretty slow. And I went fast, right? Like I'm trying to get the hell out of the way for the damn ambulance.
Sure.
The wham-a-lam. And so I was right next to her, and she didn't see me. She just started switching lanes. And she goes, oh my gosh. She goes, I thought maybe the ambulance was coming, and I wanted to get out of the way. And I'm thinking,
why would you go left?
Why would you get into the left lane? If an ambulance is coming up behind you, you get over to the right. You're not getting over to the left.
Oh, geez.
But she just panicked. And, you know, I felt bad. But she did admit fault immediately. And I was like, can you repeat that when the police officer shows up to make the report?
Yeah.
And she did. He walked up and he was like, how's it going, ladies? And I was like, well, not so great. And she's like, it was my fault. And I was like, I'll just let her talk.
Yeah.
She did. So.
Aww,
Yeah.
I'm sure
So
she
I'm
felt
without
bad.
a car.
It's frustrating for all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's wrong with your car?
It's just majorly, I shouldn't say majorly. Mainly is the word I was looking for. My front corner panel, you know, on my passenger side, and then my wheel also. I told him my alignment's off.
Shoot.
My tire's kind of making a boom when I drive.
Did you tow it from that area?
No, I drove it home.
You did.
We both drove away, thank God. But I stopped. I slammed on my brakes, and she just kept going.
Oh.
So the front of my car just scraped the whole side of her car. Yeah. So yeah, I can show you pictures when we're done.
And she has good insurance.
She's got good insurance. Yeah.
So you'll get everything covered.
Yeah. They already called me and said our insured driver is at fault. We're gonna cover fixing your car. Go ahead, go get an estimate and blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. So thankfully, I have a neighbor that has an extra car to let me use right now until I get my rental, because then I just said, well, you know, I'm not telling everybody our $1 million idea. because I went to go get a rental car and there's none available.
Mm-hmm.
So in my town, we need another rental car place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But we're already working on it, so no one else needs to do that.
Yeah, no. Don't you worry about it. Don't steal our idea. And it's going to be called Mayor's Motors.
Cass's Cars.
Cass's Cars. Mayor's Motors, Cass's Cars.
And there will be cars available when people need it.
And then I'm like, did we just name the episode? It's always something random.
Always yeah. You know what they say? You're supposed to your title's supposed to be something that's catchy for people to find you on Google.
Yeah.
We're good.
Mayor's Motors.
We got over 10,000
I know.
listeners. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Thanks,
and now
everybody.
it just keeps growing thanks to our guests and people that are sharing and
I got it tattooed on my arm. So
I mean, it's a done
people
deal.
are like, what's that on your arm? And I'm like, oh, this weird lighter I got. Oh, no, the other one.
I was a very young driver sitting in the left lane. And a train started coming. It was a long train. And I was turning left to go home, or I could have been responsible and went straight to like a bank that was in the area. And I was like, well, I guess I'll just go to the bank then instead of sitting for the train. So I looked to my right, because I'm in the left lane.
Mm-hmm.
I looked to my right to make sure no other cars were coming. And I go to move back out of the left lane to go through the light. And all of a sudden,
oh God,
I'm getting crunched. I'm like, oh, what the hell is happening? Like
no.
Someone across from me at a gas station decided that they were going to take a right out of the gas station and go into my same lane.
Oh,
But they actually crossed 2 lanes to get into the lane that I was going in.
Oh my gosh.
So we both had the same idea. Like, we both wanted to go north, but she crossed 2 lanes and I got out of it. So I'm the one that got the citation because I was coming out of the left turn lane.
Yeah.
But I kept asking her, I'm like, well, where did you come from? And she said, the gas station. I'm looking, it's like a mile away. I'm like, whose fault is this? I mean, I was 16, but that was just a terrible feeling. And I'll never forget that we pulled over and she jumped out of her car and came over by me. And of course I was like, I am so sorry. I didn't even see you. I don't even know, no experience, 16.
Right.
And she goes, you know what? I think I'm okay. And she's looking at the back of her car. She's like, it's just a little bit. And then she went to go close her door and it wouldn't even close. I think I've told this story before. I'm doing it again because we're on episode 170. I probably told this on episode 7.
Oh, that's so funny.
And I remember she was like, oh, we better call someone. I'm like, she's like, do you have insurance? I go, oh yeah, absolutely. So
that was kind of like,
it's a horrible feeling.
So I get out of my car and I run over to the passenger side because I'm like, oh my God, that really crunched,
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, mine's not that bad. And she gets out of her car and I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, who cares? Our cars, we're fine,
Yeah.
Cars can be fixed. Bodies really can't. And then I go on her side and I go, oh, damn. And she goes, why? What's wrong with your car? I go, don't look like that. And she was like an older lady, probably in her 60s, totally like, because everyone's like, oh, it was an old lady. I'm like, not like old, feeble, 90 years old.
No.
With, 1-inch thick glasses on,
just
can't see over
than
her
you.
steering wheel.
Yeah.
Like she was totally able to drive. It was a mistake. I think she got really nervous.
Oh, yeah.
She just was not comprehending what was going on around her for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Any kind of accident.
Anyways.
Gosh, it gets the heart going. That's for sure.
I know, because I get out and I kind of shake my hands and she goes, I know it's hot out, right? I'm like, I'm fighting my adrenaline right now. Because, of course, when it happened, I was like, you fucking bitch. But then I was like, oh my God, are you okay? Okay. I'm nice as can be. I would never freak out on somebody about that.
If I were ever to get into an accident that would be my fault, you're the one that I would want to hit because you're probably so nice as long as you're not hurt, of course.
Yeah.
I think you would be so easygoing. Steven and I got into an accident that wasn't our fault. There was merging and a car would not let me in even though you're supposed to do the zipper.
Right. People are so dumb about that.
I had to hit my brakes because it was either hit the median or hit this car that would not let me in. There was like 3 cars going and I was like, shoot, I can't get over. So I hit my brakes and the person behind me was right up on me trying to get in between as well and smashed right into us.
Dang
so
it.
I moved into the middle median where it was was kind of safe, but kind of not. And the driver that hit us jumped out of his car, started banging on my window.
Oh my God.
Get the F out of here, you stupid. He thought I purposely hit my brakes for him to hit me. Like a brake check. But it was either I was going to hit the concrete median on the left side or hit this car because this car wouldn't let me in. Everyone else was zippery nice. And then this young punk decided he wasn't going to let me in. I go, oh, shoot, he's not going to let me in. So I hit my brakes. But this older gentleman behind me was riding so close and he was looking to the right to see who he was going to go around and didn't even see me and hit me. And I mean, I had the sheriffs. I had to call 911. He wouldn't stop banging on the window. I wasn't going to get out of my car.
No, hell
Steven was very quiet. I mean, Steven's built now. But even then, I think he just kind of was like, what the heck's going on? And I said, Steven, we're going to stay in the car. Like, let's not get out of the car. And I mean, he kept hitting my car. Then he'd go back. He was on his phone. Then he kept coming back. He's like, get out of your car. We need to talk about it. I'm like, I am not getting out of my car.
I am not engaging with you, first of all.
Yeah, I'm just, so then the sheriffs made him go to a different neighborhood and to me to a different neighborhood. And I said, the car, I told them the whole situation. And so the other gentleman got the citation.
I'm sure that really made him happy.
Yes. And when I got the ticket back, like as a copy, he was like my neighbor.
Oh my God.
I was like, holy shit. He's like a road down from me and he's got my address too. So of course, for a couple weeks, I'm like, is this guy going to show up at my house?
Yeah.
But
I'm sure he probably calmed down and was like, well, that was stupid of you,
Yeah.
Like, well, I just can't imagine reacting that way when there's an accident. If somebody's road raging and they hit you, then I would be like, you MFer,
Yeah.
Even then, what is that going to fix? It's not going to fix anything. Like, you're just going to get worked up and then get arrested, like. It's just going to make shit worse. Like, I like to think that I do well in stressful situations, but me and you were having a discussion about a product today and just the shit show that we've been through. And I'm like, I can't handle this.
Yes.
It's so stressful.
Yes. We were actually talking about someone passing. You were like, oh, lucky person. Yes. It's like, oh, no, don't say that.
I'm like, sometimes I think the ones that die young, like, good for you. You got out of this shit hole.
Hold on. We're going to stop this. We're going to go over to anxiety and talk about that. Let's go heal together over there.
Don't you think that sometimes you're like, you lucky bastard?
Oh, I mean, the world's crazy.
Yeah, it really is.
The world is crazy.
It really is. And then this lady that ran into me and she did get a ticket for improper lane usage. And,
it's
so
sad for everyone.
I could tell she was nervous, and then she starts trying to make small talk with me while we're waiting for the cops, right? And she just starts saying some kind of ignorant things about, immigration and her personal views on things. And I was just like, can we not talk about it? Now you're going to piss me off. Like, why is
That's not small talk.
Why is that
That's
the
big
first
talk.
thing you go to?
I know.
Oh, Lord.
I was at a store today and a customer asked me a question. I showed them where a product was. And then she went on this thing, the same thing. Like, it was just a rant of things that were going on about her kid and this and that. And I'm just like, I'm kind of looking at her. I'm like, do you need anything else? And you could just see she looked at me like, wow, I just told you everything that was going on with my life. I don't even know you, lady.
You know what? I think sets it off is talking about the rising prices of groceries.
Oh, sure.
And then all of a sudden it's something to do with immigration. Right. And it's like, I don't think that's what it is. I could be wrong.
And the open borders and the this and that.
I
mean, I had one customer last week just talking about, I think they were insulting someone that was working at the store.
Oh my god!
They just let anybody in here, and that kind of thing, because he wouldn't go to the back room because he knew that the item wasn't there.
Right.
We all know about that, right? I'm putting quotes out, back room. There was nothing. He goes, everything out is out.
Yeah, I will say they've moved some management around. Mm-hmm. And some of the produce back rooms, I'm like, wow, it's really clean back here.
Right. Can you imagine, which we all have, so I'm just imagine this, I should say, because we've all been through it, that they do switch stores and you walk in, you're like, oh my God.
Oh, this is what it's supposed to
look. Or the other way. Like, I have to make it look like how it's supposed to be.
Yes, I have had that also. I've had, yes. where it was like a very organized, very clean. And then all of a sudden I'm like, why is there so much baloney back here?
This is baloney.
This baloney is baloney. Yeah. And like just carts and carts of backstock. And I'm like, what the hell is this person doing?
Right. Blind ordering,
but still, how?
Yeah.
Like,
yep. Sometimes I walk into a back cooler and I think, oh, okay, that's going to be on sale. Bacon's going to be on sale. Oscar Mayer bologna, or, because you see the boxes and boxes and boxes, or what's the other thing? Lunchables.
Yeah.
Pepperoni pizza. There's 15 cases of it. Oh, those got distroed.
Yes.
Because it's going to be a sale. Buy one, get one, or whatever. So that I can see. Right. But then the following week when the sales are off and they still have all these carts and you're just like, okay, did you not put it out?
Yeah.
Did it not sell?
Yeah.
I can't imagine a buy one, get one wouldn't sell down. Did you order too much?
Well, that's... like you said, it's when you see a cart of, say, all Lunchables, and you're like, oh, okay, they're going on sale. Yeah. But it's like when you see multiple carts of everything, you're like, what the hell is this person doing?
Right.
And then, they usually store that on one side of the cooler, and then, like, the meat that they cut and stuff is on, and then that's stacked up. And you're like, well, I know this ground beef is only good for maybe 6 days once you get it. Yep. Like, come on, what are you doing? Yeah, it's wild.
What a perfect segue into what I want to talk about.
Oh,
I want to talk about demand.
Yeah. Oh, demand.
Right.
Yes.
The buy one, get ones. So we asked everyone what consumer-driven items are in your stores, or what supplier-driven items are in your stores. So Julia was upstairs. She was home today from work, and I said, what do you think? And she goes, Stanley Cups.
Oh.
I said, pumpkin everything.
Yes.
Meat alternatives.
Yes.
Sparkling water, your favorite.
Oh, my God. There's so much. So many different kinds of it.
And then I went with all the apps. You got to have an app for everything.
Yeah.
Rewards for everything.
Yes.
And then hybrids. Just anything about a hybrid.
Yeah.
Like
hybrid fruit.
Oh, yes.
Like this is a cocoa melon.
Yes.
It's coconut and
or
watermelon.
Cars or anything like that. Everyone's about,
okay.
So
hybrid,
we could do anything.
literally.
Any kind of hybrid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So those were the ideas that we thought of, but I wanted to ask you.
Because, I would say hybrids. I was just talking to Johnny about that. Like, my stepbrother's mother-in-law just bought a Prius, and she was like, dude, you can get like 600 miles to the gallon, And I was like, that's amazing. I want one of those. And our old men and how stuck in their ways they are. And my husband is convinced, no, you either have to do gas or electric. It cannot be both. It will never work, Oh,
yeah.
Nope, that will never. It probably just breaks down all the time, That electric gets mixed in with that gas and it breaks down, But I don't know. I guess it's seasonal. Is where I notice most.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right now it's summer, so it's watermelons, corn. I'm thinking produce. And then, bakery items I feel like slow down in the summer, right? People are dropping the carbs.
Yeah.
Because they want to be in a bathing suit. They're going on vacation.
Sure.
So it's like kind of harder to sell carb-filled items. And then, obviously you brought up pumpkin spice, which I just saw the other day. And I was like, is it too soon or is it not?
I went to the store this morning nearby here to get a coffee, and there was a huge shipper of all pumpkin. Pumpkin ground, pumpkin K-cups, pumpkin creamer, pumpkin this, cold brew, pumpkin everything. I'm like, not yet. Not yet. It's only, August 6th?
Do you know that I feel like it was maybe, we're in August. Maybe it was in June. I bought some pumpkin cold brew that was on clearance. And it's already back again, What the hell?
Right. What I was thinking, actually, when I was getting my coffee, thinking about this, is remember when cake pops first came out?
Oh, yeah.
And everyone wanted to make them.
Yes.
And everyone wanted to buy them.
Yes.
And then on that same note, Starbucks red cups, they have one day a year where they give you a free red cup. So that kind of is a supplier driven.
Yeah.
So are the cake pops.
Yeah.
But how about that candy that you just had on Sunday? I think that is a huge trend. When we went to Scoops in Kenosha.
Yes, we had the
super great place,
dried.
but they need to put the air on.
Oh, dude, it was so
we
hot in there.
We were sweating.
No wonder why our ice cream was melting on the way home. It was half melted
I got
when we got
ice cream drips
it.
on my car.
We tried so
But
hard.
talk about that candy.
Yeah, the freeze-dried candy. And that was delicious. I got freeze-dried fruit roll-ups and then freeze-dried sour gummy worms. And I thought, I love fruit roll-ups. And we were talking about, you said, did you used to put them on your fingers? Yep, absolutely. And so we tried those. They were delicious, right? So my nephew and his girlfriend were over for dinner that night after I got home. And I go, I got some freeze-dried candy. And I had one of the sour gummy worms. That was so good.
Oh, wow.
It was so good. Like blew the fruit roll-up out of the water.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah. And I'm not a fan of sour gummies, but I like regular gummies. So I thought, I probably won't even like these, but everybody else can have them. I mean, it was like $6.99 for a bag. It had, I think, 5 of them in there.
Sure.
It was so expensive.
But I would say that's a rising trend.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
TikTok,
yeah.
because of how my algorithm is, every 10th video is a live of someone selling all of these freeze-dried, putting them into a bowl and then all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a huge thing right now. Yeah, I wonder how long that'll last.
Yes, you never know.
Yeah,
you never know, right?
It's
and
like,
was it a company on Shark Tank or where did it start?
Right.
Where do the trends start?
Yeah.
One person has to say, let's dehydrate these
this.
Skittles. Remember I had the bag of Skittles?
Yes.
And see what happens.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden.
They made a company out of it.
And how often do you hear that a small company has this idea, right? And maybe they don't patent it or because they're small.
Right.
And someone big maybe they try and sell it into someone big or someone sees it, which is what big companies do. They have, feelers out there, right, to see what's going on. And they go, let's try that. And then all of a sudden, the idea that this person came up with is everywhere. And they're still a small business.
Yeah.
I always wonder about that.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, because there is a lot. I followed a couple freeze-dried because they were small businesses. We love to support small business.
Absolutely.
So it's like, I'll give her a follow, and then it's like it turns into their life story. And like they just adopted a baby and she's like, sorry, I haven't posted in a while. We adopted a baby. Here's the new member of our family. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah,
now I wanna buy 40 bags.
Yeah. Now I wonder how many people lie. And
yeah. Such your niece.
All of a sudden the babies look the same in all the different TikToks. It's like rent a baby. Here, this
so
I got 100,000 followers because I
that's
told
kind of
this
scary.
kid. No, I know. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Scary.
Only rent a car when you can find one.
I think that qualifies under child trafficking.
No, most definitely. Don't listen to what I say.
Speaking of that, okay, weird side story. Okay, I see this TikTok, and this lady is sitting at the window seat of the plane, and she's got 2 kids, one in the middle, one on the aisle. And you don't know what happens before this conversation starts, but there's an employee saying, well, I need you to get up and come off of the plane so we can talk to you. And she's going, well, my children are sleeping here. Like, can I get my husband and have him help me get the kids and this and that? And they're like, no, you can leave the kids here and get it. And she's like, absolutely not. I'm not leaving my children here. And somebody in the comments was commenting on every single person's comment. Because they would say, well, what's the story? What's going on? Why are they trying to get this lady up and off of the plane and leave her kids there and this and that? And this same person kept saying, she's a child trafficker. Those kids are clearly drugged, this and that. And it's like, you finally find out she was complaining that they had been sitting on the tarmac for 3 hours already.
Oh my gosh.
She was not the only person complaining about it and questioning, like, what's the delay? What's going on? And they were trying to, like, kick her off the plane for it, And it's like, you crazy. You just think because the kids are sleeping, she's trafficking these kids.
That's how things start, though, and how things happen.
I know. And I know we should all be alert, right? What's going on around us? What's happening? Don't let your kids get kidnapped. But that is not the first thing that I would think.
It's not, but maybe that's not how we think either.
I don't know. Clearly, those kids are drugged. Look at, they're not even waking up.
Jeez.
She's trafficking those kids.
I can't tell you how many times I'll watch a video and go, oh, that's cute. And then I go to read the comments. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, it's completely different than what I took it as. I'm so naive, though.
Right, me too.
Or just the opposite.
Yeah.
I'll watch someone that might be a pretty big influencer or, has a lot of followers, and I see them do something, and to me, it didn't look right, but everyone else is like, I just love you guys. That's so wonderful.
Perfect.
I'm like, you're blind. Something's going on
there
here.
you go. Talk about trends.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, what's in demand.
Yeah.
Do people even watch the Kardashians anymore?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I never did. I know they were big for a while. But
let's call Jenny back. She might know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let's ask her real quick.
She might know. I never watched them.
Let's call her back. Let's see if she answers. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, you're on the podcast right now. We're talking about trends and demands. And Cass wants to know if anyone still watches Kardashians. I said, I know who'll know this.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
The season last week. The new one.
There's a new one.
Stop
Wait,
it.
they're still recording?
Yeah, they're now on Hulu, and it's now just called The Kardashians.
Get out.
What was it called before?
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh, see, I knew she'd know.
See?
All
Yeah,
right.
we are behind in the times.
The demand for the Kardashians is not here on this podcast. All right, thanks, Jenny.
They're the real deal.
They're the real deal.
Bye.
Bye.
That's hilarious.
I knew she would know.
That is so funny. I know a lot of people watch The Real Housewives of whatever.
Yep.
I know Joshy Poo does. And he's like, oh my God, this Real Housewives of Rhode Island is so crazy. And they're like calling each other the see you next Tuesday word and stuff on it. And I
wow.
was like, dang.
Oh, gosh.
I'm like, I could see because like I'm somebody who lives with very little drama, right? I got a little bit of drama in my life. It's not anything spectacular. So if you have none, you're just like living through their drama. Or maybe their drama makes you feel better about your drama, you know? So
I used to watch the OC.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Is that Orange
Yeah,
County?
Yeah.
Those were the younger ones.
Yes.
And who's the one that now her
Don't
outfits are at
ask
Kohl's
me
or JCPenney
because
or
I don't
I know
know.
everyone is saying it because
Yeah.
I'm terrible at all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah.
Lauren Conrad.
Oh,
there we
there
go.
you
Oh
go.
my gosh, I can't believe I remembered that.
Good.
Holy cow.
You get a gold star.
High fives all around. Meredith remembered something. But I remember watching that show. But after that, I don't really... I can't think of any... Maybe
Yeah.
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore.
But not
So
really.
my guilty pleasure when I was younger was, and I'm gonna age myself here now, was The Real World, right?
Oh, okay.
What happens?
That's
when you
MTV,
take-
right?
Yeah. What happens when you take 8 adults and put them in a house together?
Sure.
And then
8
after
strangers.
that, 8 strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that, I pretty much fell off of like reality TV, unless it's like America's Funniest Home Videos. I consider that reality TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I probably didn't watch anything again until Jersey Shore, but I watched that way later. Like I watched that like 4 years ago. Like they were already done, but now they
They were already with their own kids and
Yes.
grandkids and everything, and now you're
Yeah,
catching up. Yeah,
yeah,
that's I feel like
yeah.
how I am too.
Yeah. So I do like Below Deck. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
No.
And that's where they are the people who work the deck and the cleaning crew, kind of the captain
On
of
a ship?
of a yacht. Yep.
Oh, okay.
And so then they get these rich people come on and they have to, take care of the guests on the yacht, and it's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good.
And that's still live now? Like they still record
Yes,
it?
there is. I think there's a season currently. Is that on? No, that's on Peacock.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
on Peacock, and I think new episodes come out on Tuesdays.
Oh, wow. Okay. As we all know, I don't watch many shows or
I
anything
should say
like that.
it's Below Deck Med. That's the one I
Oh.
like because there's different
Medical?
seasons. Mediterranean.
Oh, I was like, wait, I might like that if it has to do with medical. I like all
I mean,
that kind of
sometimes
stuff.
they have to call because
Sure.
somebody gets drunk and falls down in the hot tub.
Right,
and then they gotta call a medic.
Or Flocka. Flocka's involved.
What is Flocka? The hell is Flocka?
That's from Central Intelligence, right?
Wasn't that a drug?
Or Baywatch. That's from Baywatch.
Oh my God. I was
Rock
worried
finds
about
it. The Rock finds it on the beach. Flocka.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, stop. Flocka.
Another one I was thinking of is White Claw. How they started the sparkling.
Yes.
What do they call it?
Yes.
Sparkling liquor or sparkling. What do they call it?
Fizzy.
Yeah, seltzer. Duh.
Seltzer.
Duh.
We can't.
Jeez, the sparkly fizzy bullshit. Lord,
that word?
my brain. See, Lauren Conrad came out, and I'm not going to remember anything else the rest of this episode.
That was your one
That was my
moment.
one and only for the day. My brain.
Yeah, we were all about the White Claws for a while. And then I was like,
everyone
I don't like them no more.
was all about the White Claw. Seltzers.
Yeah.
It was the new thing. Whoever knows how many years ago, someone tell us. And now, Vizzy.
Yeah.
And...
Well, now every
High
brand
Noon and
almost.
every brand, yes.
Like you have, somebody was just telling me about the Simply Lemonade.
Yes.
They have an alcoholic beverage now. You brought over to my house the Nestea hard teas.
Yep.
So it's not just twisted teas anymore. Now every brand has their own.
Mm-hmm. I remember Angry Orchard being very popular.
Yes.
Then Not Your Father's Root Beer.
Yes.
Then the seltzers came out, I feel.
Yes.
Like that was kind
Yes.
of the time frame or the timeline, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And now they're everywhere. And it's so funny because now I walk up to a bar when we go out and I say, I'll take a White Claw or I'll take a whatever, not black cherry.
Yeah.
Because that was it. That I think it was almost like they started that flavor, not mango.
Yeah, I can't do the mango.
Which one does your sister not like? Pineapple? Or what was the one that she always says?
No, you brought over. This is funny.
She's like, we don't like that one, remember?
Oh, that was watermelon.
Watermelon.
You were like, yeah, I'll take a watermelon. I'm like, no, that was gross. And you're like, no, I don't want watermelon. I think that was High Noons, though. That was the High Noon watermelon. And I love fake watermelon. Like, I will eat the shit out of some fake watermelon. I just like watermelon.
I didn't think it was too bad.
No.
But your sister was sitting across the table. She's like, we don't like it. Remember? We don't like it. I'm like, I'll drink it then.
No, but you brought over Malibu little cocktail.
Yes.
So it was coconut mango,
those
coconut
were good.
strawberry,
Those were
coconut
good.
watermelon. And what were we doing? We were together somewhere.
Oh, aren't we always?
Maybe for my sister-in-law's birthday, which was a good time.
Oh, yes.
And she was like, and by the way, the mango is ass. She didn't like the mango one.
Can we tell everyone what we did on Sunday for her birthday?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think
please
so.
Go.
Yeah,
please do.
So, my sister-in-law had a birthday, and she planned her own birthday party, which I love because that's like my kind of thing to do. Got to be in control. So she invited us to join her and her friends, which was a blast.
Yeah, her friends are amazing. Well, she's amazing, and her friends.
There was 14 of us all together, including the driver, and we had so much fun. They were such a fun group of people. But we went to the Kenosha pedal. What do you call it? The pedal. You know what? Let's look that up really quick.
Yeah, let's.
Because we should give them a shout out. Lake Shore Pedal Tours.
There we go.
So it's basically, so we did it in Vegas when we got married. And it is a traveling bar that holds like 14 to 16 people, including the driver. And you just pedal. You're sitting in a bicycle seat, but you're facing towards each other on each side. There's an open area in the middle. There's a driver. There's a little bench at the end. And you pedal, and it's an electric mobile bar.
Yep.
And you pedal around and you bar hop, and it was so much fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Kenosha's a neat town.
I was saying, because I've worked in Kenosha before, and I feel like I was not aware of the rest of Kenosha.
Right.
Besides where I went to work at, you know? And it's like, this is so cool. Look at this. This is so fun. And we were right by the water because it was 100 degrees. Thank God there was a breeze coming off of the lake. Yep. So that was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. The one time we were going uphill, I was drenched in sweat, and I didn't even think I was working that hard on the bike.
Val said she invited you because she knew you would
would
pedal for all of us.
I figured.
Which really you don't even have to pedal.
Let's use your friend for...
You really don't have to pedal.
Nah, you don't. You do feel tension, though.
It will go. Yeah. It'll go. Because obviously...
Because it goes by itself.
Because when we all jump off and she drives away, she ain't over there like sitting in a bicycle seat pedaling to get it to go.
It's a good time, though. If you have it in your city, go check it out. It's a lot of fun. It was, what, $30 a person?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
And we tip the driver, and then you got to have some cash because you go bar hopping.
Sure.
So you want to buy a couple drinks in between. Although it wasn't, I mean, they let you bring 3 drinks on, like 3 12-ounce cans, no bottles, and then as much bottled water as you want. They provided a cooler. We all brought a couple drinks, and honestly, like, we slammed. I mean, I did. You were good. You were like, I'm driving. I'm like, ooh, we're getting shots. And you're like, go ahead, have fun. You know? So you can really, I mean, it takes only 2.5 hours.
But
not
if you're
even,
finishing a drink before you get back onto the pedal.
You're slamming drinks. You only got 20 minutes at each stop. So, you can catch a quick buzz there. Yeah, it was good times. I had a lot of fun.
One more demand is the sparkling water I want to talk about real quick.
Okay.
Because I feel like they came out around the same time that the White Claws and all that came out. So it makes me wonder if they all have a parent company that went, let's make water sparkly, let's make drinks sparkly, and now we're all carbonated on this world, on this earth.
Well, you think about LaCroix. LaCroix, some people call it. LaCroix. I feel like they've been around since like the 80s.
I'm sure.
Right?
I'm sure. Yeah.
So they were like the real original sparkling water. And everybody always says, oh, it's like they squeezed a lemon near the building where they were making it, you know? And that's how I felt. I felt, because I don't like LaCroix. I think it tastes like nothing. But.
You think it tastes like LaCrasse?
Cracks of your ass. But the White Claw, I was like, oh, this has more flavor than that. And my sister was like, absolutely not. It tastes exactly like LaCroix, you know? And so I fooled myself somehow, you know? But yeah, I feel like they started it. They were the OG.
Here in the States, because it sounds like maybe it's been around, like sparkling wine and all that, since 1662. Like the whole sparkling thing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The discovery enabled another English scientist, Joseph Priestley, to investigate the process of adding carbonation to still water in 1767.
There you go. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've liked the bubbles for a long time.
Yeah.
But that's one thing I don't like when I'm drinking is I don't like carbonated stuff. Then I'm just like
so full. Yeah.
Burping like a fully grown man and stuff.
I feel like my whole day I feel full, but that's because I'm drinking sparkling water all the time.
I just drink regular water. I like my regular water. I drink coffee or water and then have some drinks here and there.
I lied. I got one more thing. Oh, so how about supplier demands on all the apps? So at every single store you go into,
I'll tell you what, it's not even just stores.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I had to sign into this person who hit me, their insurance, right? How many text messages do you think I've gotten since yesterday?
I'm wondering how many spam emails you're going to get after this.
Oh, my God. And they force you to do it that way. You have no choice. And it's even like, by clicking OK, you consent to blah, 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 blah. Yep. And it's like, nobody's reading that.
Nope.
Did you watch the South Park episode a long time ago where everybody hit OK on the iPhone and then like it was like taking them over? That's what we do. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not even funny anymore. Our phones have taken over.
They're sick.
Well, and then the geotagging too, right?
Yeah.
Or geofencing or whatever you call it now, where if I'm at one store and the competitors across the street, I'm getting emails and text messages from the other place.
Yes.
It's like,
especially if you shopped there before. Yeah. That's funny because I'm in a grocery store like 24/7, right? And so the local store that I shop at a lot is not the store that I go to work every day, right? And so it's like twice a week, they're like, oh, hey, by the way, we have this that you like on sale this week. So make sure you stop in here too. You know, I was laughing because Google told me like you spent 1,486 hours in the store last month. And it's like Google just thinks I shop for a living.
Which people do. We know that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it was funny. It's like they think I just, you know, I'm a millionaire and I just have an addiction.
Right. Or a very big kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you are safe.
Yeah, thank you.
We have all these 169 episodes of driving stories and haven't talked too much about an accident. So
thank
God. Goodness.
Yeah.
So glad you're good. Just be safe out there, and hopefully your car is not as bad as...
You know, whatever. It's getting fixed. I don't care.
Right.
Maybe I'll get another 10 years out of it.
I think you will be able to get a new car here soon. 10,000 listeners a week. We're all right.
Hopefully.
If everyone donated $1, right?
There you go.
That's it. Go support us.
Go to the Clopen TikTok and donate $1.
Not because she needs her car fixed. The insurance is covering it. Just because we want to keep entertaining everyone. Go donate $1. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Okay, bye.
Talk to you next week.
Happy Friday.